I made an executive decision. Then we'll have more fun to do some other things.
It's officially up.
Pardon me?
It's officially up.
It's officially up. Time's up. If you did it, you got an A. Follow your paper.
Yay. A plus?
Don't even know.
You don't have to.
Here, I take it down here.
No. Keep your paper. You have a post to do. Come on now. Look at the other column.
Yeah,
Three
you have
and
an after one.
Okay, that's all right. It's kind of like what you're going to do tonight. I'll check in this one. You're going to take what I would call a pre-assessment of what you know about your country and constitution. While I'm talking, you don't talk. Sorry. You're going to find out what you know about your founding fathers and so forth and so on. And then when you leave, don't you take a post-test?
Yes. Yep.
That's why Ms. Kraft went that way. You're used to pre and post, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we'll do the slide presentation, not the entire thing, because in order to get to the stuff that pertains to us, we're gonna just eliminate some of this. But like I said, Ms. Kraft knows all about this. This is not conspiracy. This is trying to get some things that, we can enjoy. All right, so he compared this around and freedom Americans dynamic duo. All right, so all I have to hit is enter. Is that right? Big word. This is my first I saw through the greatness and genius of America in her commodious harbors and her ample rivers, and it was not there. In her fertile fields and boundless forests, and it was not there. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
In her rich mines, in her vast world commerce, and it was not there. In her democratic Congress and her master's constitution, and it was not
There.
There.
Remember, I like participation. There. Okay. Not until I went into the churches of America and heard her pulpit aflame with righteousness. Everybody say righteousness.
Righteousness.
The pulpit was aflame with
Righteousness.
Did I understand the secret of her genius and power? America is great because she is good, and if America ever ceases to be good, she will cease to be
Great.
This was a Frenchman, Alex de Tocqueville. The church must take right ground in regards to politics. The time has come that Christians must vote for honest men and take consistent ground in politics. Christians have been exceedingly guilty in this matter. But the time has come when they must act differently. God cannot sustain this free and blessed country. What kind of country is this? 2 words. I need 2 words.
Free. Blessed.
Free and blessed. Which we love and pray for unless the church will take right ground. It seems sometimes as if the foundations of the nation were becoming rotten, and Christians seem to act as if they thought God did not see what they do in politics. But I tell you, he does see it, and he will bless or curse this nation according to the curse that they take. Charles Finney, give me 9. Please, I'm sorry. So just look through this and pick out some ideas about how this man is thinking. You got about 10 seconds. You need to look at some of his ideas and know that this was a long time ago. Got any ideas? Think about whether or not we're still on track. You don't have to answer. Oh, yeah.
Well, quote unquote, well, now in politics, people don't include God, so they are lost, and I think that's what they're trying to do right
Sounds
here.
like we have fallen off that.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. If there is a decay of conscience, the pulpit is responsible for it. If the public press, newspapers, media, etc., lacks moral discrimination, the pulpit is responsible for it. If the church is degenerate and worldly, the pulpit is responsible for it. If the world loses its interest in religion, the pulpit, sounds like repetition, is responsible for it. If Satan rules in our halls of legislation, the
Lord
is responsible for it. If our politics become so corrupt that the very foundation of our government are ready to fall away, the
Lord
is responsible for it. Let us not ignore this fact, my dear brother and sister, but let us lay it to heart and be thoroughly awake to our responsibility and respect to the morals of this nation. Another slide by Charles Finney. 440, long time ago. The Declaration of Independence. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bonds which have connected them with another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of God, nature's God, entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. Basically, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, kick them out. Okay? But this is a more intelligent way to say it, a more educated way to say it. But for us, campers, if you're not doing your job, out. Got it? We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people. Thank you. To alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form to them as seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Bottom line, this is a country by the people, for the people, right? Who is supposed to be running things? You don't have to answer, but think about that. Who's supposed to be benefiting? Where are the principles supposed to come from? Who is the government? These are all a lot of things that I really don't have time to deal with because of the time restraints that we have. But you need, as young people, as thinking young people, as Christian young people, as moral young people, you need to be thinking about this. Because I'm on the way out. I'm like Reverend Craft. We're going to be going to heaven soon. Just keep ourselves straight. But you're just starting. You're coming along. You're going to affect change if you get busy. But you have to know what you need to be busy about. And that's a great part of what Camp Constitution helps you. You guys are blessed to come here. This is like the haven, the paradise of, these are things that you need. This is information you need, right? First Amendment, freedom of religion, press, expression. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Congress shall make no law respecting or establishment of religion, or prohibiting, that means stopping the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, changing it, tweaking it, whatever, or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Basically, the First Amendment, and I know I have an expert back there, Ms. Harper? I forgot to contract with you, but you can send me an invoice. I'm going to use you, okay? You're going to help me get through this. The government, Congress rather, is supposed to protect our religious rights, help enforce the rights that God gave us. It seems to me in the 21st century, Congress is out there taking away. But Ms. Harper, Camp Constitution, all the lovely people who teach you, homeschoolers, patriots as parents, they're telling you no. But you don't get this in public school. I should know because I just left public school. I'm retired now. These are some preambles which I'm not going to read them because I know my time is getting away. But when the forefathers established this country, it was based upon biblical principles. God was supreme. God was honored. Even in the preamble, which is a document, which you would say would be a legal document or a governing document, Almighty God. Do you hear anybody in Congress getting up saying Almighty God, respectfully, honoring God, seeking God? I think no. Who's here here from New Jersey? All right. Your preamble was started with grateful to Almighty God in there. Who's here? Anybody here from New York? Yep, we have New York people, right? Same with you. Grateful to Almighty God for our freedom. Anybody here from Pennsylvania? Grateful to Almighty God. Just remember, this is your founding father. This is where you started. If you were to go back, and my husband and I, he went through a whole lot of stuff with me. I think every state, all the 13 colonies, honored and paid reference and, in other words, they sought God in establishing these documents. Where is the so-called separation between God and country? And then Reverend Kraft, if you remember, started singing this. Did anybody hear him sing it?
Yeah.
I think you did. Oh, beautiful, forescape, spacious skies. Anybody want to help me? O'er amber waves of rain, o'er purple mountains, majesties cut. That's too high. When I was in school, we sang patriotic songs every day. I went to #1, all black, segregated, poor. Segregated, all black, poor schools in the South. But we were still taught to be patriots. We had prayer in the school. That is no joke. Every day you had to stand at attention. You couldn't come in class and say, well, I don't pledge to the flag. You got in trouble. The flag was raised with such respect. I was telling somebody, I used to see the janitor go out there, and if you were standing around when he was raising the flag, you were very respectful, very attentive. This is your country. You're supposed to be, but it's not like that anymore. Questions? I'm going to skip that one. We have no, this is John Henry, we have no government. No, you're kidding. I miss it. I don't believe that. No, just between the timekeeper and I. I'm gonna take two more. Some of these quotes, ladies, are here. I printed them. Since you don't have so much time to do so much that I planned for you, basically what Ms. Kraft is trying to tell you is that this country, and I'm sure Reverend Kraft did too, was founded on godly principles. God was the steering, God was the captain of the ship, and we've lost that. We really, really have lost that. But if you have time, come over and read. John Adams is up here, second president. The quote, Patrick Henry's quote, George Washington, first president, also our first general, Benjamin Rush. This one I love. By removing the Bible from schools, we would be wasting so much time and money in punishing criminals and so little pains to prevent crime. Take the Bible out of our schools, and there would be an explosion in crime. Benjamin Rush, sign up the Declaration of Independence. How could these men know stuff was going to go like this? Did you ever think about that? They knew what was going to happen if you did this. You've heard of the if-then clause? If-then. You're living in the then. Because they told you back that if you don't honor God, if you take out the Bible, if you're not righteous, if you're not moral, then. So what we're dealing with is the then. Would anybody agree? All right, thank you for your attention. There are many, many, many more slides. And like I say, some of you have seen them before, but I'll go real quickly. Patrick Henry, John Jay, First Chief Justice, Providence has given out people. Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Rush, I just read you that one. George Washington, Daniel Webster. I can behind us up. Okay.
Wasn't it a 2-hour prayer as well?
I need a 2-hour class.
No, it was a 2-hour prayer in Congress. I believe it was back then.
I didn't hear you.
It was a 2-hour prayer that they had in Congress back then. I thought it was 2 hours.
Well, they prayed all the time. They didn't stop meetings without prayer. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do another little activity. So, should guy, where's my helper? Helper, can I just close this down?
Actually leave it up for now.
No, yeah, just leave it up.
Oh, just, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you have another assignment. I realize I have kind of cheated you because I talk too much. It's kind of hard. Teacher, wife, teacher, mother, grandmother, woman. Hopefully you heard some things that would help you to get a feeling, a sense, a mind of how the forefathers thought. Okay? Your next activity is you're going to get a post-it note and you're going to write down some adjectives that would describe some of your founding fathers. So, you're going to have to use the ones that I have out there or other ones that, you know, you can think of. An adjective is a word that does what? Yes. Blue describes the suit. So blue is what? Oh, you're going ahead of the class. So you're going to have to take a post-it note and leave copies to pass these out. And as quickly as you can, you're going to, I know what describes Thomas Henry. I have an adjective that describes James Madison. I have an adjective in mind that describes John Jay, and so forth and so on. All right? I'll wait until you get your post-it note. If you need pencils, I have a very expensive pencil. That's a joke.
You're fine, thank you.
You're gonna write it on a post-it note. Adjective.
Oh, and you book?
Timer. Any of your forefathers that you know about, heard about, I want to hear adjectives. I want to hear the thinking mind. No, just say adjective.
Okay.
Give me 2. You have 2 minutes. But we don't have time for the names. You have to put it on a post-it note. Post-it notes are gonna go up somewhere. Put it big.